Hello and welcome to Soul Fuel. In this episode, I'll be reviewing my 2022 Harley-Davidson Road King. This is an 8,000 mile review. Is the classic looks of this bike. I put nearly 8,000 miles on it, and everywhere I would go, people would comment about what a great looking motorcycle it was. I've got to tell you, that was very satisfying and reassuring and made me feel good about my purchase. When I think of the classic Harley-Davidson touring motorcycle, this is it, the Road King. There is beauty in its simplicity. It looks raw and powerful. It has everything you need and nothing else. This bike will keep a smile on your face all the time. From the huge chrome headlight to the chrome passing lights and the large fenders, you might think you're riding a bike from the 1970s, but you'd be wrong. Beneath the classic exterior is a fully modern motorcycle. I'll get into that in just a moment, but let's talk about comfort. The seating position is fairly upright with mid-foot controls, meaning your feet are slightly forward of your knees. Now do yourself a favor in your back and get a backrest. You won't believe what a difference it can make on short rides and especially on the longer rides. It's worth every penny to invest in a quality backrest. The seat is adequate. It's a standard Harley-Davidson touring seat. You'll find several Harley-Davidson touring on several Harley-Davidson touring bikes. I upgraded to the HD hammock seat, and it was fantastic for myself and for my wife. The mirrors are okay. I upgraded to wider mirrors as it was hard to get my shoulders out of the view and to see cars off to the immediate side of me. The handlebars are absolutely fantastic. They're nice and wide and raised up for a long comfort. I never experienced any pain in my shoulders while riding this bike. The controls are typical Harley-Davidson and easy to use. The windshield works well. I upgraded to a long ride shield with its curved top lip for reduced buffeting, as I'm nearly 6'2". And if you're a tall person, you will probably run into some helmet buffeting. Let's look at a few specs. The Milwaukee 107 engine, by Harley standards, is very smooth. The exhaust, the original exhaust, was very tame. I upgraded to full front neighbor haters, and the sound came alive. It sounded like an angry beast waiting to be let out of its cage. The bike has 111 foot-pounds of torque. I found very little difference between this engine and the 114, and was not worth any kind of upgrade to get to the 114. The hill start assist is a great option on the bike. You can squeeze the front brake hard and an indication comes up on the dash circling an H, and it lets you know that the brakes will be held for you until you squeeze the brake again or roll on the throttle. This is great when you're on an incline, especially 2-up. It gives you a huge amount of confidence. It makes it much easier to move forward. The only thing I felt inadequate was the rear suspension that I upgraded to Legend shocks, which made a massive difference. Do your research on Legend shocks. They are a little pricey, but absolutely a fantastic upgrade, especially if you're doing more distance on this bike. It'll pay for itself time and time again. Again, the most significant spec for me is the smiles to miles. The bike just made me happy. I was always happy, am always happy riding the Harley-Davidson Road King. The front end is the lightest of the Harley-Davidson touring bikes since it doesn't have a fairing. It makes it very maneuverable for nearly a 840-pound bike. In my opinion, this would not make a good first bike due to the size and weight. I think a rider would need a few thousand miles under their belt and be confident in understanding road strategies and road skills first, preferably on a much lighter bike. But once those skills are in place, then this would be an awesome choice for nearly anyone. If it matters to you, the bike does take premium fuel. Harley rates the bike at 43 miles per gallon. I consistently was getting 47 miles per gallon over the entire time of nearly 18 months. The fuel tank is 6 gallons and my range was usually 279 miles. As far as the electronics, I did replace all the lights with LEDs for better visibility. My only issue with the fuel tank was with the fuel tank mounted speedometer was having to look down to see it. My resolution to this issue was to mount my phone on the handlebar and use a speedometer app to show me my speed without having to look down. It worked out extremely well, and there are several good speedometer apps that you can download for your iPhone or Android phone. In the end, I would say this is just an absolutely fantastic bike. It is a joy to ride. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but once you have a handle on how to ride this bike, it's very confidence inspiring. It has plenty of power. It has really good lean angle for such a bike. It has some features that you would have to pay for in a lot of bikes that come standard, like the highway bars on the front of the bike and the bars to protect the luggage on the back of the bike. As you can see from the pictures, I've got a backrest on it, a sissy bar, and a replacement windshield, and the suspension was replaced as well. Let me tell you just a little bit about the fit and finish. The Harley-Davidson paint job on this bike, it did come from the factory with a ceramic coating on it, was absolutely fantastic. I mean, it is an automotive grade level paint job. Best I've ever seen on a motorcycle. Again, it goes back for me that the bike runs great. It has an amazing classic look to it, and people respond to it when they see it. They really, really like it. So if you have any questions, let me know. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and until the next episode, ride safe, my friends.